Hello everyone and welcome back to another brand new episode of Crib. Now apologies for the massive delay between episodes. I was on holidays. I was at the Brands Hatch BSB round, so I was away for 4 or 5 days, so that is for the reason for the big gap on channel for the videos and stuff. But we're back now, so we're going to jump straight into Saxony. Now apologies if throughout the video there's a few bits of loud builders shouting in the background. There's builders in this house next door. I have the window closed and everything, so you probably won't hear it, but just on the off chance you hear some hammering and clattering around in the background, nothing I can do about it. But to be honest, I reckon the mic won't pick it up. But we're going to jump straight into Saxony now. We are forecast, I reckon it's going to be a pretty tough weekend, as the AI seem to be able to turn nicely on this game where I struggle a bit with that. So at a track like Saxony, I reckon we're going to have a small bit of bother with that. But let's head over to Dresden in Germany. So after free practice we end up in P1, just over half a tenth ahead of Pedro Acosta, my main championship rival in P3. Tony Arbolino only a tenth away, so it looks like we have the pace. I was close to some riders for some of my laps, and when you're around other riders it's very, very hard to make the lap. So it's going to be an interesting qualifying and racing hour, because I reckon I'll be there in qualifying, but I don't know if I'll be able to put it together and make a good race. But we're going to try our best to be at the front for qualifying, get a good start, and then see what we're like for the race. So we're going to jump straight in now to Q2. So we jump straight on track, out nice and early because it's really overcast, and I have a feeling we're going to get a few spits of rain here. So straight away soft push for the very first lap, just to make sure we get a good banker in and see where that puts us if the rain does come. Must say, so far it's felt like a pretty decent lap. We come into Saxon curve now, 2 corners to go, and it is getting darker by the second. Not a great exit out of Saxon curve there, squared off just a bit too much. Into Kreckenberg, last corner on the circuit. Up to the line, it's going to be a 22.6, so I think that is where we're at in pre-practice. We're going to go again though, see can we improve, because it's not started raining yet. Much better this time through Saxon curve. Into the final corner we go. I felt pretty good. Another 7/10 improvements down into 21s, or 2 seconds in provisional pole over our teammate. And to be honest, I think I saw a few drops of rain on that lap, so I think that could be the track done. So in the end the rain did hold off. I really felt like there was a couple of spits of rain on my fastest lap, my second lap of the session, but we parked it after that, went out with a couple of minutes to go, and again it looked like it was just about to open the heavens with rain, but we managed to get away with a dry session. But unfortunately for the rest of the field, they didn't get in within 8 tenths of me, so we have a nice margin on pole of 8 tenths over Pedro Acosta, my main championship rival. Tony Arbolino, P3, another half tenth back behind Acosta. So key tomorrow, if it's dry, is just get to start and see can we run our own lines at the front, because it looks like if we have clear track we might be able to make a slight break, but it is always going to be tricky against these Moto2 riders. So we're going to jump now to the race and let's see how we go with this one. So we've gone medium front soft rear from the look of it, bar Samcat Rancho is double soft. Most people are on a medium front hard rear, so we are a bit of an outlier. It's going to be interesting to see what we can do, as soft rear probably will just give me the feeling throughout the race, but we'll see, will it hold up. Having massive moment here on the warm-up lap for myself, massive moment into the mega corner, thankfully we stayed on.
Here at the Saxon ring, everything's ready for the off. The riders focus at its
what?
Not to drop positions off the start on this track.
Look at the 2 IO bikes, anything look odd about them? Pedro Acosta has his rain suit on. What does he know? What has he seen that I haven't? 5 red lights and we are off. And it is a decent launch, nothing special. We should oh, what the hell, they've jumped back quite a bit there. Gonna hold the lead into turn 1, lap 1 of 14. Alright, we got to start we needed. I'm surprised we're so far in front. Already yellow flags behind. That's Iagor who's bit the deck. We're a little bit wide through Omega though. I'll just keep a level head now, not going to override it because it's quite easy to crash with this track. as it's such a technical, kind of a one-line track really, that you have to go curb to curb. It's very easy to dip a wheel off the edge of a curb into the gravel, and that is your race done. So far, we've 0.3 over Acosta. Arbolino's held station in P3. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Front washing out there. The medium front not up to temperature yet, maybe. Using all of the curb, and that has brought Senor Acosta into challenging range. Already we're just having a bit of a front slide there through Saxon curve, and the rear end did not want to grip up. But it looks like we have a bit of advantage in some parts of the track as we lead across the line for lap 1.6 is the gap. This weekend so far is going a lot better than I expected, I must say. Coming into this one I was a bit worried that I might get beaten up and pushed back, but so far we're on to really increase our championship margin for sector 1 here on lap 2. You can see on the objective we're going to take another 9 points off of Tony Arbolino if it stays like this, but we've got a long race yet to go, and I do feel like the AI will come into this one, and you never know, with Petrocross's wetsuit on, he might get his win in the rain if it comes. We come out of the final corner on lap 7. Our race pace is absolutely stunning. Low 22s for pretty much all this race so far. We have a gap of 6 seconds back to Acosta. So far I've yet to see any drops of rain, so it looks like we're probably going to have a full cloudy race today, which will suit me as I have a massive margin. But coming into this race I did not expect to have this sort of upper hand pace compared to the AI. I really must admit that this was one of the tracks, because of the current game physics and just the way the ice seemed to have a bit more in certain areas, I felt like this would be a track that I'd struggle at. So the fact that I pulled by 8/10 of a second after what was a tricky Friday practice really, because even though I did top it by half a tenth over Acosta, I didn't feel that the pace was that good. So the fact that on Sunday, just over half race distance, we have 6.2, 6.3 seconds back to P2, which is Acosta, who's taken more points off of Arbolino for me. So it's been almost a perfect weekend so far, so we just need to bring it home now. I'm kind of just backing off the pace. I'll probably drift into the high 22s at this point, but just need to bring this one home, secure it, and make sure that we see the checker flag on 2 wheels. Previous lap I said I'm going to back off the pace and kind of drift into the high 22s. We're just in the 21.7, and that came pretty easily, I'm not going to lie. It's amazing when you've so much of a lead and how easy it can come, but when you're struggling you can't keep an apex. But it's brilliant. This race is going all my way. We're up to 7.5 seconds over Acosta. I don't know what the gap is between the Spanish and the Italian in P2 and P3, but it looks like they have a big gap over Sam in P4 judging to the timing tower. But this race has gone perfect. Can't say much more than that. Yellow flag. Is it one of the boys behind? It doesn't say who it is. It's green flag now, so it's not anyone in the top 8. So I was thinking there for a second when I saw it pop up, maybe it might be as we go off track. Slight lapse in concentration there again. I thought maybe it would have been for one of the two behind battling, because Acosta's not been overtaken at all in this race. I wonder is the gap even close enough, but we're going to have to put in some hell of a lap on this last lap. We're going to get into the 10-second winning margin. It's not really important. They are taking time out of me now that I made a couple of mistakes, but we have someone in front of us. Do not believe it. We're going to lap someone in a 14-lap race. Let's see what they're like when they get blue flags, because I've never lapped someone in these games. Not in this game anyway. It'll be interesting to see when we catch him. Will he get out of the way? And we go massive deep into turn 1. We're actually trying now, you see, and I'm making mistakes. I was just nice and relaxed there, just knocking off the laps nice and smoothly. I believe it's SDK, or is it one of the Grissini bikes? We should know in a couple of seconds. But yeah, it's a Grissini bike. Is it Salic? Or is it the other one? His name... Oh, Salic is in P5 in it, so that rules that out. It is his teammate. His name is escaping me. I'll see when I catch him, if I catch him. Not doing a good job at the moment. But wherever he is some serious pace, because I'm 0.3 off the fastest lap of the race and I'm pushing so hard and I still can't catch him. But it doesn't matter who he is, as he takes a very weird line into the Saxon curve. I still believe it might be one of the Grassini bikes, I can't tell though. Again, a weird line into the final corner. It is Jeremy Alcoba, that's what I couldn't think of. We're almost going to lap someone here in Germany. Blue flags are out, he doesn't seem to care. P1, what a victory. The flag being waved by itself. We're in Hogwarts.
We'll go live to the Parc Fermé for interviews with the riders who made the podium. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the final standings of this Moto2 race.
Tony Arbolino, you bastard, you robs P2 on the last lap, probably the last run to the line, because I didn't see that on track. That is a shame for me, because that is a couple of points I lost out, but I think we should still just about have 25 points over him in the championship. We do, we have a full race over him now, so we have a nice margin. Going into second half of the season, I'm going to try my best just to keep these podiums, keep qualifying well, keep getting these nice results and see where in the championship we can kind of take this. But at the moment, we have a nice strong hold over this. As a rookie, we're doing exceptionally well, and I guarantee the Fantic team did not expect this when they paired me up with Cestino Vietti. But we still hold on to the championship standings in the teams championship. Now, we're only 19 points though ahead of Mark VDS. Sam Lowe is having a good P4 here in Saxon. Claude, a few points back. Red Bull KTM dropped down to P3. Been a brilliant season so far on every front. Celebrations at Parc Fermé. I am delighted with that. Almost 10 seconds ahead of P2. What a result.
Scored some very important points for the world standings.
So a nice amount of resource points again, so we jump up, slowly getting up to the winner. We're getting there slowly. Key to success and turning point, and it is going to be Spark of Pride, I'd imagine. I'm going to guess at that. We're rookie, so it could easily be one step at a time, and it is. So a new chapter emerges. Still Tony Arbolino, not to be surprised since we're first and second in the championship. It's probably just going to be beat him over the next 3 races. I'm slightly disappointed with the actual curve on this, that it's slightly just kind of, it's just a bit kind of a bit flat in terms of, oh, just beat this guy, beat that guy. There's not much other objectives other than, like, it says I'm performing, convincing Calyx, finish ahead of Arbolino, and that would probably give me a better chance to get any equipment off of Calyx. But at the moment we don't really need Calyx. Now I don't want to go to the results, I want to go to the, how do I go back to this? There we go. Speed. I didn't do enough for the team. Hearn's performances makes the weekend even more difficult. We should catch up at Aston. I would be nice to him. I don't have anything bad to say. But that was a stunning race. I still can't get over how quick and clean we had that race weekend. And that really stretches our lead at the championship. We have a massive lead now over Costa. Already that kind of puts Acosta on the back of 46 points. We beat him here in Aston. Kind of rules out any chance of him coming back. If it's 50 points... How many races in the championship are left? We'll go to 1. So there's a summer break, so we can actually decide your future. So that's going to be very interesting for next season and in the next episode. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 races left. So we're actually, yeah, you forget how long the season is. That's not even including Kazakhstan, as that was taken off the calendar in the day 1 patch. But I'm going to leave that there for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed the dominance in Sachsenring at Dresden. If you have, drop a like down below, comment and subscribe for more, and I shall see you all in a future episode. Thank you all for tuning in. See you next time.